Hi everyone, it's Sue with Ully Cat's Designs and Ully Cat's World blog. And today I have a process video for Craft Roulette number 286. And the parameters were a dude's card, sunflower field colors, birds as the element, and random is soot. Using Karen Burniston's Happy Birthday and the Happy Birthday Shadow, I'm using Spellbinder's Clubs, the small die of the month for June 2025, and this one's called Shipmates. I'm also using another Spellbinder's Club die, this time the Stitching die of the month, also from June 2025, and it's called Ahoy Matey. And then I'm also using the Spellbinder's Clubs Nautical Knots 3D embossing folder, also from June of 2025. To make our card a pop-up, I'm going to be using the Catherine Label pop-up, just the mechanism arm. So to make our card base, I'm starting with a piece that's 5 by 7. That's a little bit shorter than 7, but we'll probably trim it down. Then I've got another piece that is 3.5 by 5.5, and a third piece that's 1.5 by 5.5. I'm going to score this smallest piece right at 5 inches, and then bigger of this blue piece I'm scoring at a 1/2 inch. So basically where I've written my measurements or where I'm scoring, because this is going to become a trifold card. So I first spritzed my large card before I put it in the embossing folder, and I looked on my Spellbinder's Platinum, which is the largest one, and its sandwich said that I took the bottom plate and the adapter plate because the 3D embossing folders are rather thick. I've already put together my characters from the two different sets. This is from the stitching die, the ship's wheel, and I've already done all of my stitching work. It's very simple with 2 strands of brown embroidery floss, and the Ahoy die banner piece is in the same set. These are the only 2 dies that I used from that set. I cut 2 of the ship's wheel with the stitching holes in it, one from a brown and one from a black, and then I cut a solid one without the stitching holes to cover the back. So once I'd stitched it all, I then glued this piece on, and I put this under a heavy weight to keep it all flat so it wouldn't warp. For this card, because we kind of like to have so you can see some of the captain's garb, I'm going to take and line up the bottom edge, trace the inside. Got my special cutting board and my favorite craft knife. So now that we've cut out our piece and we've glued our ship's wheel on, we'll figure out where our walrus captain needs to be. I'm going to line my back up with my mat so that I know that the cap lines up with that square. And I'm trying to do the sunflower field colors with his yellow slicker and his green sweater and cap and the dirt brown pipe. And I've taken a silver marker and kind of made some smoke coming out of his pipe. And we'll put our weight over it. So I'm going to take my Catherine Label mechanism. I've already trained my folds and glue our box together. And then you can see our box is going to make our Happy Birthday pop up, as well as I think I'm going to glue our little seagull so that it might be peeking out from under things, but we'll just see how that goes. To adhere our pop-up label, I'm going to put glue on this top triangle, glue it right along the fold, fold that up, we'll put a weight on that and let it drop. So I finished card by adding Hoy Matey. That's a stamp from Karen Burniston, her pirate sentiments. And you'll notice I also trimmed down the top part. So this is now about a 3.5 inch tall by approximately 5 inches wide. So it will fit into an A2 envelope. And this is a trifold card. So there's our ship's wheel and our walrus captain. And there's our Happy Birthday seagull. And as you open the card, the seagull goes up, as does Happy Birthday. And you can use this space over here to write a personal message. And the piece that I cut off from the top, I put on the back just to give it a little bit more stability. So our colors include the sunflower yellow petals, the brown of the dirt, some of the gray and the black could be the seeds. They could also be some of the soot, but I'm actually going to call the smoke coming out of his pipe the soot. We've got green for the leaves and the stems, and blue for the sky above the sunflower fields. And our bird is inside. It's a seagull standing on happy birthday, and it will go up when the card opens. So I think I've met all the parameters. I hope you've enjoyed this card and that you've gotten some inspiration from this video, and we'll see you next time when Craft Roulette is live again. Bye-bye.